Please subscribe. This is the Miss Jet Ski channel. She's got a 300cc Kawasaki jet ski engine with the jet drive. So this is the jet drive right here, and then it has a stainless steel circle that goes down to this rudder. So on your wave runner, usually this comes out further and it directs the water to make it steer. But since this is the hydroplane, to make it steer easier, get this stainless steel rudder here. And I kind of wanted to get the trailer. Can't really see. It's got these uprights built for it. There's the rudder. And being a jet drive, it creates the vacuum to suck it down to the water. And then the front, being the hydroplane, it's going to lift a little bit out of the water. So we got this side steer right here, help it cut through the water. Alright, this boat is 9 feet long. I think about 4 feet wide or so. I forget the exact measurements. 58 inches, I think it was. And with the rear spoiler, it's about 2 feet tall. This is the world's largest remote control boat. I've been loading wax on this thing. It's pretty shiny. It's pretty tough right there, I think. Since I put the wax on it, I'm starting to notice it's not cracked. It's just a little stress, you know. And then I found this chip up here. It's not really a chip. Well, I guess it is a chip, but it's not dug out. It's just like the gel coat came off right there, maybe. And there's a little scratch right here. But this thing was built in 1994, so what, it's 25 years old. I'd say it's held up pretty well. When I got it, this rear spoiler was starting to separate. So I took some Gorilla Glue and I put it in there and clamped it down. And now it's solid. You can shake this whole boat. You know, it's got these cross supports in here, adjustable. This thing's strong now. And then it has these 2 screws that go into the wood, but the wood, you know, it's 25 years old. So what I did was I put Gorilla Glue in here, because the Gorilla Glue expands and it's rock hard. And then I was planning on maybe taking some red paint, just touching this up red, and then over the top I'll put silicone, so it'll blend right in. You won't even know. This here is, somebody had stickers up here, and this is the sticky, this will come off. This is old sticky stuff, you know. And when I picked it up, the guy had a strap going around the boat, And it looks like, you know, it's just kind of, I don't know how to fix that. This is just a gel coat. The fiberglass is fine. Alright, I'm going to pop the engine cover off quick and we'll go over the insides. Alright, so here's the engine and everything. We got our 2-gallon gas tank up here. I got to put some silicone around this. The other stuff I peeled off. It's got the fuel filter right here. This is a custom exhaust. You can see it's all welded up. And then that goes over to an air box I have out right now. I'm trying to polish it up, make it shine. This is the ignition box for the engine. And the batteries right here. I'm going to try and get a big servo for this one. I believe this is a 1/4 scale servo that's supposed to be in this big rock hole. This is the rudder. And this here is your throttle. Then it has an engine kill. So if you hit reverse with your throttle, it's going to click this micro switch and shut the engine off. This is your choke. This is an emergency kill in case something happens and the servos wig out. It'll click this and shut the engine off. This is your electric start. So flip that way and it starts the engine up. There's another battery that goes right here. I don't have it in right now. It's a 7.2 volt and that runs the electronics, the servos. This plug right here, it's like a trailer hitch plug, but it's connects, you know, if you got the battery hooked up, you don't want to, maybe you don't want to leave the engine part hooked up just in case the button gets pushed or whatever and you're not ready for it. So this disconnects the engine, you know, the ignition. So before you run it, you plug this in. This is the water port. Just twist this open. And this is the inlet for the water. So that comes in through the exhaust into the water box, around the engine. So, and then if you don't want to mess with your electronics and you just want to start it in the garage, that's your start. That's your kill. It's your carburetor. It's got a custom intake built for the carburetor. I had this thing running the other day. It's pretty loud in the garage, especially with the water box not hooked up. This is the exhaust. It just comes out right here. The box that, these are the bolts for the box. So the box goes right here. This hose connects to this side of it. You know, it's the water box. And then the back of the box connects here to this hose. And then it runs out the back of the boat. Right here. That's the exhaust port. Just get an oversized view. Just to give you an idea how big this this boat is. I set the hood on the wife's car. We won't tell her. But you know, This is a pretty big boat. It's probably the same size hood scoop they put on them funny cars. So, just to give you a comparison of what you're looking at here. It's almost as long. My wave runner's, I think, 9 feet, so is this. So this is the Miss Jet Ski. This channel is going to be all about the Miss Jet Ski. Right now her fate is up in the air. She's on eBay. And starting bid, I think, is $4,600. I don't know if it's worth that much or not. Nobody else has one. They don't make them. There's another one pretty close to the completion. I think he said it got wrecked, so maybe this is the only one left. 1994, this was built by a guy in Utah. And it was featured in the Remote Control Modelers magazine, boat magazine, as a reader's home build. And he did a really nice job on this thing. And this is all hand-laid fiberglass. The other guy with the other boat, his is sprayed fiberglass. So I'd rather have a hand-laid fiberglass. It's a lot stronger. This box, I don't know if you can see this box down in here. So that box right there is plastic. And that's the bilge pump. Runs off vacuum. It comes up here to this tube. This tube comes off the engine. So, you know, it's vacuum. If there's any water in this little, down it, well, you can see a little bit of water down. I had it in the lake the other day. I got a video posted. So, I got a little bit of water in here when I was messing around in the lake with it. I'd say it probably goes 55 miles an hour. That's just a guess. It wasn't clocked or anything. The servo wasn't good enough. So the one I'm looking at now is a, I think, 12 or 17 foot-pound torque. And that'll be more than enough for that. The engine mount, see this hole? The engine mount is for the 440 Kawasaki. But the guy that built it had the 300 Kawasaki, so he just put this in. But if you wanted to go faster, you could put the 440 in it. Me, I'm good with this. So, if it sells on eBay, you know, so be it. If not, this next summer I'm going to take it out on the water and get a whole bunch of video of that. And I'm also considering making a fiberglass mold off of this boat so I can reproduce it if I crash it or something happens. You know, better safe than sorry, because I can't order any pieces for it. So this is the Miss Jet Ski. Sorry this video is so long. I just kind of wanted to go over this whole boat just in case somebody's looking at it to buy it. This is a shield. The reason this is the spark plug wire here is shield like this. This is for the heat for the exhaust, but this is extra shielding for the ignition. The guy used to have the crystals. You know, here's the remote. See the crystal right there? You know, that's the old school stuff. And the ignition was interfering with that, the crystals. So the servos were wigging out and the engine would shut down. So I tore that stuff out of this boat. I'm not using it. If I sell the boat, I'll throw all the stuff in with it, but I wouldn't suggest using it because it's not reliable. And with a 300cc missile cruising around the lake, you might want to go digital. Safety first, you know? Common sense. The old electronics came up. This is silicone. They ran the cord from inside the boat through here, screwed it in, up the wing, and there was a big box right here. And it had an on-off switch, and inside that box was 2 receivers. And that's exactly, he knew he was going to have problems. He put 2 receivers in it, just in case one failed, you know, the other one should kick in. So there was 2 receivers, which means everything was spliced and ran up 2 receivers, you know. Each servo got teed off into both. You get what I'm saying. If you don't get what I'm saying, you shouldn't be looking at it. This thing's it's no kid's toy. It'd be good for sitting in a showroom, you know. Anybody looking for a tax write-off? Here you go. I can't take it anywhere without people stopping me and asking me what this thing is. So it definitely gets the attention. Alright, I'm going to throw the engine cover on quick. Alright, so this is the Miss Jet Ski. Please subscribe. Help me build this channel. And Miss Jet Ski is going to be doing a lot of videos this summer if we still have it. If not, it's well documented what this boat is. The sponsons are huge. Underneath of this boat is just as good a shape as the top, if not a lot better. Alright, thanks for watching.